Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Wednesday, the 22nd day of May. Today is Bitcoin Pizza Day. We talked about this way back in the day when Bitcoin was kind of new. Somebody traded some Bitcoin for some pizza. It was the first time anyone had paid for something using Bitcoin. And now those two pizzas that they got were like $40 worth of pizza. Now that's worth millions of dollars, which is crazy.
It's crazy.
The Bitcoin is, not the pizza. The pizza's gone. Canadian Immigrants Day, International Being You Day, International Day for Biology Diversity, Sherlock Holmes Day, Boss Babes Day. I don't know what that means. It sounds like you're going to get written up just for saying it, though. World Goth Day. Were you ever like goth, Heidi? Did you ever go through that phase?
No.
Our daughter kind of did for like just a short while. And I was like, oh, I was so glad when she got out of it because she like dyed her hair dark and she was wearing dark eyeliner and stuff. And then her hair is like regular color again. I'm like, oh, she looks so much better with
She
normal
really
colors.
does.
All right, all that stuff going on. And we've got a stand-up comic. I don't know if you've noticed. I've had several comedians lately. I love chatting with comics.
Lately?
Oh, but I mean more lately than usual. And this comedian is Ivan Decker, and he's got a comedy special that came out recently. We'll chat with him all about it.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Does a full moon really cause people to act strangely? No. They did a study at the university, a New York university. Researchers collaborated with a bunch of people in, where is this? A police department, I see, in California. The lunar effect, is it real? They found no significant uptick in reported crimes or arrests during night shifts when the moon is full. That is just a wives' tale.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people that work in emergency rooms that would totally disagree with
Other
that.
police departments heard about the study. They wanted to investigate their own data. Similar sets of research were done in Ontario. They were also done in Mexico. They were done in Canada. They were done all over the place. And every one of them realized there was no uptick during a full moon. So I think maybe it just feels that way.
Maybe it just feels like if you're looking for it.
And, you know, I don't know. Maybe there are some days where it really is an uptick, but it had nothing to do with the full moon. It was just, it was a Wednesday. That's what it was. I don't know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that C-3PO and R2-D2 had their own 1985 single-season, 13-episode spinoff on television?
I had no idea.
It was a series called Star Wars Droids. The season showed the adventures of R2-D2 and C-3PO before they joined Luke Skywalker. So, that's kind of cool. I wonder if it was good.
I have no.
We'll have to ask our
I've
son.
never been a huge Star Wars fan of any kind.
There's some people
so
disowning you right now.
I know.
Gonna ask our son if he liked it because I'm sure he's probably seen it. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. The sequel to Amazon's Roadhouse movie is in the works. Jake Gyllenhaal reprising his role as Dalton. Amazon is keeping quiet any of the other details, though, but they did very well with this film.
It did well enough.
It did very well. Came out back in March on Prime Video, and I watched it, and I thought it was really good. I just didn't think it was really like a sequel to Roadhouse or a remaking. They could have called it something else, and I think it would have done just as fine. Ferocia, a Mad Max saga, the 5th installment of the action franchise, had its world premiere at Cannes Film Festival, and it got a 7-minute standing ovation. I think that's good. Cameron Diaz has been on a long break from acting, but she's on her way back. Netflix announced to
I
come
always
back.
liked her.
Yeah, back in action. Debuts in November. And Nicolas Cage is returning to the Spider-Verse, kind of, sort of, a little bit. The Oscar winner landed a role on Spider-Man Noir, a series that's... it's like a Spider-Man series where it's like them solving crimes. I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds like something Nicolas Cage would do, though. It's a little bit weird. I love the guy. I think he's awesome.
I
Big
do
screen,
too.
little screen. Brought to you by radiosavings.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A clothing company once developed a shirt that could be worn 100 straight days without developing any odors.
I remember
We
talking
talked
about this.
I don't know if it was the same company, but there was another company that made underwear that you could wear a bunch of days in a row without washing them. And
That's
here's my question.
nasty.
Why? Why are we doing
Right?
that?
Right.
Change your clothes,
I mean, I
people.
guess if you're like in the military and you don't have
Yeah.
access, so for some
There's probably
practical
some-
reasons, it would be
Yeah,
good.
There's probably some people. We just did laundry after almost 3 weeks.
But we weren't wearing the same
No, we were
thing
not.
over and over.
I was down to some underwear that I'm like, well, these don't fit me anymore, but well, it's what I've got. So here we go. I was like, I think it's time we do the laundry. And I went down and started. I put so many clothes in the washer that it didn't even work. And he was like, that's not how washing machines work, John. All right. The difference between highways, freeways, and expressways. Do you know what the difference is?
I do not.
Have you ever wondered that? Like, what is the
No.
difference? Well, I've actually wondered this. So this was something I found on the internet. And now they say that depending on which country you're in, this might not be accurate, but this is the American definition. So this is the difference between freeways, highways, and expressways in the United States. Highways can be one lane in each direction or several lanes in each direction, varying speeds. They can stretch across a single state or multiple states. They might have stop signs or traffic signals, maybe even railroad crossings. Doesn't necessarily have high speed limits. That would be a highway. A freeway, though, is in a heavy populated region, big cities. They're fast-moving, multiple lanes in both directions. Ramps and exits are the only access points, so there's no interruption of people like just pulling out onto the thing. There's no cross traffic. Okay. And expressways are similar to freeways, but they actually connect other highways and freeways within the same city or metro area. They may have tolls, and they also often have carpool lanes, the HOV,
yes,
high
they
occupancy
do. Yep.
vehicle lanes. So now you know the difference between freeways, expressways, and highways. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with a very funny comedian, Ivan Decker, and he's got a new special that just recently came out, Popcorn. Everybody loves popcorn. Ivan, that's a great name.
Yeah, trying to think of something everybody loves.
Now, you filmed this in your hometown to a sold-out crowd. That had to feel really good to come home and have all of the people that you know and love there to support you while you're doing this.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. It was such a treat. I was blown away by the response. You know, the town is a real bit of a sleepy town, and so we were nervous about having a late show there, because trying to get people out after 9 p.m. in some communities is a little tough. But they showed up, they came out, they laughed. It was great.
I love that. Now, your sense of humor, for folks that maybe haven't had a chance to hear you, how would you describe your sense of humor, Ivan?
I'm quite observational. I work clean, so you can watch it with your family if you want. Invite your parents, your kids into the room. It's not the thing you have to turn off if your kid wakes up from a nap. It's just everyday stuff. Talking about the things that I go through. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind on any topic. I'm just making jokes.
I love that. And I think it's very relatable. And one of the things, when I watched the trailer ahead of time, there was a little bit of a joke about, grandparents when they have grandkids. And I thought that was so funny because I've seen that exact same thing. We won't give the whole joke away, but I've seen that thing happen. And I think everybody has seen that happen. And that's where I think your humor works really well because you're talking about things that we all go through all the time.
Yeah, that's the object. It's very fun for me when people come up to me after shows or send me messages telling me that they didn't know that anybody else thought like they did on this topic. And that's always really fun. I'm not crazy. Someone else thinks this too. This is great.
I love that. Now, you are from Canada and you do comedy in Canada and the United States. How different is it? We're neighbors. These two countries are neighbors. Are they completely different when it comes to standing on a stage and telling jokes to people?
A little bit, yeah. There's subtle things. Mostly, I try to get humor that anybody can relate to, but there's definitely some small things. When I'm up in Canada, again, I have to remember to go back to the metric system. You got to use Celsius if you're talking about the weather. Small things like that, but mostly I try to do material that anybody can relate to.
When you get out and perform, where would you say is your favorite place to perform? And do you have like a place where you go, boy, if I never go back to this place, I would be okay with it? Or would you rather not say?
Well, I can't say where I never want to go back to, but just know that if I don't ever show up in your town again, maybe you. But I do I've been so thrilled as a kid from a small town in Canada to get to go all over the United States. Of course, New York is fantastic. Dallas, I love performing in Dallas. I've performed at the Dallas Comedy Club a couple of times. They do a really great job down there. I've had just such a great response. I love it. I had a great time in Arizona, too. That was very fun because it was a good mix of people who are from Arizona, and then there were a lot of, the Canadians down there. I didn't realize there's a lot of Canadians that want to get away from the snow.
Yeah.
They go down to Arizona. And so that was a fun show to get to do because it was a good mix of people from home and people from Arizona as well.
Well, I think that's the law. When you hit a certain age, all of a sudden you get Arizona brochures in the mail. It just, you have to go there.
Yeah. You gotta go. Throw your sweaters out and get down here.
So what would you say is the perfect size of an audience? Do you like doing a show in a small, intimate setting, or are you a fan of really, really big places? Or do you, again, I suppose at the end of the day, wherever you're going to tell jokes, but which do you prefer?
I like a bigger theater. It's fun. I love the intimate club is very fun too. You get to really see people's faces. You can chat with them a little bit. But I think for me, it's very exciting. I've gotten a chance to do a few larger theaters, sort of like a sold out theater crowd of 3,500, 3,000 is it's such an amazing experience. The laughs really feel like a wave hitting you with that many people. It's such a treat.
That's very cool. Congratulations on the new special, Popcorn. And the theater that you filmed this in, how big of a theater was that?
So this one was a little smaller because I was trying to do a sort of a throwback style to that early kind of 50s, 60s era of stand-up where it was being performed in a lot of jazz clubs. And so we found a smaller place. It was held about 150, 200 people. And they really did a good job. It looks really nice.
It does. It looks really good, and it sounds great as well. And you did a phenomenal job. Thank you very much for your time today.
Oh, thank you, John.
Again, the very funny Ivan Decker. His new special is called Popcorn. I've got a link to the trailer so you can see that, and a link so you can go and watch it. It's all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A study found that having a cat at your house is the emotional equivalent of having a romantic partner. What?
Okay.
Okay, I didn't realize that. What about having a dog?
Only if you've been in a long-term relationship where you don't talk to each other or hang out together anymore.
I guess I can relate to that some days. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Tears you cry when you're upset contain a hormone that is a natural painkiller. So depending on if you're in a good mood or a bad mood or upset or sad or whatever, your tears are different. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Olympic world record for the longest human long jump is greater than the world record for the longest horse long jump. How amazing is that?
Interesting.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
99% of Finns take a sauna at least once a week. So in Finland, saunas are a big deal. And our
They
final
are.
fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The word school comes from an ancient Greek term for free time. Not a lot
That's
of that
interesting,
in
isn't
school.
it?
Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. According to a survey, this is the number one thing in our home that we have too many of. What is it? I don't think we do. I don't think we have enough of these.
Oh, gosh.
Clothes hangers.
Oh, actually,
Do you think we have too many?
We do have a plethora of
Do we
clothes
have more than
hangers.
we need?
Yes.
How come I only have 2 on my side? I have to hang like 6 shirts on each one. I'm like, oh,
You clearly haven't looked in the closet for a while because there's
No.
a whole bunch of
Okay,
them.
well, maybe the situation has changed. I'm going to have to organize my 2 feet of the closet. Heidi gets the rest. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. We talked about this, I think it was last week, the live stream video portal connecting New York and Dublin. Remember when we talked about that?
Okay.
Okay, they've turned it off already, at least temporarily, due to what organizers are calling, are you ready? Instances of inappropriate behavior.
Shocker.
Did you seriously not think that was going to happen? The portal is a streamed video between Manhattan Plaza and a Dublin street, but the installation sponsors shut down the 24-hour video feed Tuesday, stating that while this is not Tuesday, this is a week ago Tuesday, so this is already over a week ago, stating that the overwhelming majority of visitors have behaved appropriately, but instances of inappropriate behavior have come from a very small minority of portal visitors and have been amplified on social media. One TikTok user posted a video of her flashing her...
Oh, my.
Yeah. And the portal was then shut off shortly after that, so... She was flashing the people in the other community, and apparently some of them liked it, and some of them did not because
I can't
they turned
believe
off.
nobody saw this coming.
Yeah, what did you think was going to happen? Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We're going to wrap up the 2024 summer blockbuster list. This is part 3. These are movies that are coming out over the course of this summer, and we're going to get all the way through the end of July with this list here. So Monday we had some, Tuesday we had some, now here we are Wednesday with Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. July 3rd. Eddie Murphy will be back as Detroit's finest streetwise detective.
Okay, so I'm really sick of all these remakes,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of excited about this one. I hope they don't mess it up.
Well, they're going to have Joseph Gordon-Levitt on this and Kevin Bacon on this. So there's some other big stars that are joining that franchise that were not a part of it before. Twisters, so it's the sequel to Twister, July 9th. And it's going to be like the children of the people from the first movie, if I understand it correctly. It was a belated sequel to the 1996 Twister. And Deadpool and Wolverine, July 26th for that. And it's going to be huge, huge, huge movie. I think they could literally have Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman just read the phone book and people would still go and see it. So
Probably.
you know it's going to be a hit. That is the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis by allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Our quote today is from Groucho Marx, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've always thought he was very, very funny.
Yes.
No man goes before his time unless the boss leaves early. Is that the? I just think he was such a witty guy.
Very clever.
As a kid, I used to watch. I think it was called "You Bet Your Life." Is that what it was?
Yes.
Something like that. And it was
Something like that,
It was
where-
in remakes when I was a kid. It had been on way before I was even born. But it was fun to watch that. And I always just thought he was such a funny guy. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi's over there. What are you doing? Oh, that's a marker.
It's a marker.
I was like, what was that noise?
Sorry. Took the lid off of a marker.
Oh, you had me all confused. I got a great story here. This is from the United Kingdom. Heroic twin awarded King's Gallantry Medal for rescuing sister from crocodile attack.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's huge.
So some sisterly love going on right here.
Wow.
She was awarded a medal for saving her twin sister Melissa from a life-threatening crocodile attack. You don't hear about that kind of stuff happen a whole lot in England, but apparently, maybe let's see, is that where it happened? No, it didn't happen there. Okay, that makes more sense. It happened in 2021 in Mexico.
Okay.
So that makes a little more sense. They were swimming, and the swim turned into an adventure and then a harrowing struggle for survival. The Laurie twins, along with friends, were enjoying some waters off the river of a place that I'm not going to even say right, so I'm going to just skip. It doesn't matter. Anyway, because if I say it wrong, then you make fun of me. If I just don't say it, you might not even notice. Unless I draw attention to it somehow, which I seem to be doing. Anyway, she spotted her sister face down in the water. She sprang into action without hesitation. She said, "That's not a sight you want to see." She ignored the danger. She swam to her sister. She revived her and helped her regain consciousness. But a crocodile returned, forcing this girl into a desperate battle with one hand while keeping her sister's head above water. Yeah, she fiercely punched the crocodile. I can't even imagine. A passing boat rescued the twins. It was a 25-minute ride to the shore. How far were they from the shore? 25 minutes.
How old are these girls?
I would say they're young 20s, probably. I don't know if it has an age in here. It's not polite to ask somebody's age.
You don't ask a woman.
Heidi. No. I don't see the age, but I do see the video and I see some photos. If you're interested, you can see them too in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.